North, south, east, west of deal, Milk gang. Y'all already know how it's gonna go. And to the ones on their first time log in, welcome to It's Milk TV. Now come on. I noticed that a big percentage of you guys that's logging in on the daily, watching these videos, are what you would call an unsubscribed recurring viewer. Now I'm gonna tell y'all how to fix that issue. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now, so you won't risk ending up in the Gilligan zone. Now let's get it on. Now the other day we did a reaction video to the OG homie from 11 Deuce Hoover, and he on YouTube. His name is Damian Porter. He did a story on when I was rushed by the Woods, aka the white people in the Los Angeles County Jail. Now I was scrolling and I seen a video, I guess, of him talking about how I was squabbling the ops down in the county jail. So you know we gonna go and we gonna log in and see what's the script. Come on.
Milk had 4 fights in Wayside altogether in successive days. It's true. Now, this all transpired when Milk first hit the Los Angeles County Jail in Wayside. Again, he hit the Los Angeles County Jail. He was pretty green, having only been there a time or two before.
That's a fact.
And didn't do much time. He was in there for a blammer, a strap, a weapon. Did just one day in the Los Angeles County Jail, and then he went to Wayside.
Shit me like
Wayside has different politics than the Los Angeles County Jail. Someone asked me to do a video on the difference between the two. I will, coming up soon. The difference between the politics in the Los Angeles County Jail and in Wayside. Just like in prison, on the yard, the politics are different than they are in the hole. It's crazy, but in the hole that's in the same prison as the main line. So in Corcoran main line, the politics are different than they are in Corcoran's hole.
That's bizarre.
The same, again, can be said for Wayside and County Jail. 2 separate entities with different politics. And Milk enters Wayside being green to the whole situation. And when Milk first hit the Los Angeles County Jail, well...
Now, to a certain degree, I was green. You know, I was like a new booty. I was a newbie. I was fresh to the whole situation. I had been to juvenile hall briefly. Now, I wasn't going since I was 12 years old, back to back, repeatedly. I didn't live in juvenile hall as a youth. I went there briefly. I went to juvenile camp. So when I hit the county, I was green, but I knew what was to be expected to a certain degree. My checks had already been laced. I got homies that had been in the county jail. I got all type of friends that had been in the county jail. Like, I didn't talk to numerous people that I had already been in the county jail. So I knew what to be expected. And I had 3 fades. Because he said Milk had 4 fades. But I guess you could consider it 4 because I fought 3 different individuals. But one of the individuals we fought on 2 separate occasions. So I guess that next situation could be counted as a 4th fade. But let's go.
Every Hoover pretty much knew that Milk had arrived. Word spread quickly. We had to know because he's white and he's claiming Hoover. He's claiming a black gang. Potential problems. And as I just did a video on, there was a problem. He was attacked. And the potential for that was always there. So we had to know that he was there in case we had to go up, in case we had to attack someone, in case we had to protect ourselves, the Hoovers in general. And again, it takes heart to enter the Los Angeles County Jail, claiming any hood, but particularly claiming Hoover. You have to perform. And Milk is white. And that only compounds the problem. You have to have a lot of heart. And so Milk, having just did 1 day in the Los Angeles County Jail, heads to Wayside. He gets there to Wayside. They strip you out there in a little room when you first get off the bus, give you your blankets, tell you what dorm you're going to. And then they escort you to the dorm. Milk arrived, went through the process, and he's being escorted to the dorm. When he first arrives to the dorm, dude from Playboy Gangster hits him up there at the gate. Typically, people are there at the gate waiting on you like sharks as you're coming to the dorm. Just one was there, Playboy Gangster, and hit Milk up. A white boy hit him up as well, and Milk let him know, nah, man, I run Hoover. I'm from Hoover. I'm from Westside Hoover. Oh, okay, Southside Jomo, you run Hoover, you run black? Yeah, I'm from Hoover. All right, cool. Playboy Gangster told him that he was happy to have an ally in the dorm with him.
Big fact.
Come up here with me. He took Milk upstairs. Milk goes upstairs. It's a line of wolves waiting on him. And he goes through the line. He goes through the pack of wolves. And they all hitting him up, Park Village.
This was my first time going to Wayside. And when I hit the county jail, I was in there for probably not even a day. It was probably under 24 hours. They shipped me to Wayside like I was just ordered from an Amazon account with a Prime membership. Like, it was fast. Boom. And I got there. I landed in Supermax dorm 714. When I first bounced there, it was this dude from Playboys. And he was Playboy Gangsters. Playboy Gangster Crip. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm happy you in here. This is crazy. We ain't got too many allies in here. And I'm like, whoa, that's kind of like a red flag. And when I take my walk up the stairs, boom, 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 you know, you don't know what to expect. It could get bad. Like, you could get ran 12 fades back to back. You could run one fade, win, and they pack you out. You could get packed out, rat packed from the beginning. So you never know what to expect. But man, probably was 8 people at the top of that stairs. Probably like 8 or 9 people. Out of them 9 people, about 6, maybe 6 was like low-key enemies. Well, you could say it was a 40, it was a 5'5", it was a Diva Lane, but he was older, like fresh off of a 4-yard. He had like the dorm. He was like the dorm rep or whatever. He wasn't tripping. Like, he just was saying, we got to get ready in case these wolves try to rush us. But other than that, he was already older. I don't think he was really tripping. And there was a few other individuals. Like, it was like a Compton Crip. A Crip off the east side of Avalon. Off the east side from Avalon. And the Playboy Gangster. It was crazy, but come on.
Compton Crip, this, that, and the other. Okay, he gets towards the end of the line. The original C-Mac from 5-5 neighborhood. Later changed his name to Chicken Wing. Some of you know him. He has, I believe he got shot in his arm. So his arm is like messed up, it's deformed, but he still be fighting. Even with his arm like that. He doesn't want any mercy. He doesn't want y'all to skip him on the fade. He doesn't want you to, to have sympathy upon him. He's still running his squabbles, even with his arm like that.
And his mouth was disrespectful.
Also, next to him, or in the proximity, is a dude from 40's. Don't recall his name. And he hits Milk up. Where you from? Milk, like, this Westside Hoover. Like, okay, we got to get in. That's what the dude from 40's tells him. Milk's like, all right, bet, cool, mandatory, we going to get in. So they scheduled it to get down the next day. Now, they're in Wayside. One day the Southsiders eat first, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So they line up at the bottom of the stairs so that they can go eat first. And we at the top of the stairs. The next day is vice versa. We at the bottom of the stairs to eat first, and they're at the top. During chow time, it's an opportune time to get a lot of these fights in because it's crowded. Everybody's lined up for chow. The police are running what they call chow, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and in different dorms. But we're still lined up. So a lot of fights happened at that time. And when they lined up for chow, they called Milk to the back. Come on back here and get these fights out the way. Now, the dude from 40's had left. He had left earlier that morning. So it was just Milk and Chew.
So the thing I learned about Wayside, it's like people is constantly coming in and out. Like, in and out. So, like, man, every day, like, people coming in, it could be like 4 people. Them could be all your ops, your enemies, your rivals. It could be 10 of them. It could be 4, 5, 6. You just never know. And when I got there the next morning, they didn't roll him up, but they rolled him up. They got him up out of there. I don't know if he got moved to another dorm, got released, had court. I don't know what happened, but he got on and never came back. So it was just like, it was just the original baby C-Mac left. And that's pretty much it for that at that moment. When the dude from 40's I left that morning, it was just really baby Chicken Wing in there. He had a baby chicken wing on his hand, on his arm, but connected to his hand. But he was the only one left in there at that moment. But it changes.
Wing from 5-5 neighborhood, C-Mac. And they began to squabble. They was fighting. Milk essentially took off on him first. When they called him to the back, Milk already knew what time it was. They threw up their stuff, and Milk rushed him. And from my understanding, because we got word immediately, because again, we all knew that Milk was in the county jail, and that we had to keep an eye on him, essentially. So we knew everything that was going on with him as soon as it happened.
It was 107 Hoover's
And
next door.
We got word. Milk did take off first, and it was a pretty good squabble. It was a pretty good fight. Chicken Wing, he held his own. They squabbled
up. That arm
It
worked.
lasted for a little while. After the fight, they dispersed. As Milk is walking away, Chicken Wing disses Hoover to Milk. Again, sometimes you'll have a squabble and then you shake hands at the words, good fight, bro. And that's the end of it. You might even go sit down and bust a spread, have a soup together. But then sometimes, after a fight, emotions are still high, people are still pissed off, and they want to squabble again. Or are they still not respecting you? Like, fuck you. Even after the fight. And that's essentially what it was here. Because Chicken Wing yelled out, fuck you, Milk, fuck who? Milk said, what? And dissed his hood back. This neighborhood, this Chicken Wing, and then dissed his dead homies. Said, man, fuck your dead homies. And they locked up again. Bam. As soon as Milk dissed his dead homie, they squabbled up again. This is a second fight. It's going on for a while. The people in the dorm are not breaking up the fight. They're just yelling, man, stop before y'all get caught. Stop before y'all get caught. But they're not intervening. They're all on the stairs. They started under the stairs. Now they're all on top of the stairs, squabbling on the stairs. I've seen this before. It's dangerous, but it happens a lot in Wayside. And the fight lasted 2 or 3 minutes. Eventually they calmed down and stopped because everybody's yelling, man, y'all gonna get caught. Y'all gonna get caught.
You know what's crazy? This was wild, bro, because like the situation escalated and I don't know how, but it got to the stairs, bro. And I remember this dude is like, he running his mouth. So I said some shit back and next thing I know, we kind of like on the stairs, but I'm like at a stair higher than him low key. So when he come like a little bit closer, I just remember giving him like 4 from the feet. Like 4 quick ones. Boom, boom, boom. And then it escalated and keep, now we kind of like, we both like in like low key like in a huddle. And it's like, not a huddle, but it's like we kind of like grappling. And now it's like we tussling and it's like who gonna go over the rail first? It was wild. People think his name Chicken Wing, and that arm, boy, that man wasn't in PC. He wasn't in medical unit. He was not wearing browns. He was not in the county jail wearing browns. He was wearing the same blue as me, a dark, nice colored blue, bro. He was in there, and it wasn't like you banging and it's like you see him and you like, nah, man, I ain't trying to fade him his arm. Look at his arm, bro. I ain't praying on the weak or no shit like that. But that boy got a mouth. That man got a mouth, bro. And he got tattoos, like disrespectful tattoos. This was the original baby C-Mac. That's where I see where C-Mac got his whole image from. He got his image from this dude Chicken Wing. And the C-Mac, y'all know, then addressed and then confirmed that baby Chicken Wing is a real thing. I don't got nothing to lie about. I squabbled that dude in 2014. Wayside, Supermax, 714 in 2014. That's crazy. 2014 and Supermax 714. You feel me? I just say, I'm gonna start saying it was during 7.4. Hey, nah, but Chicken Wing, that arm worked, bro. He just, and he had a disrespectful mouth. I ain't even gonna lie.
Stop. After that was it between him and Chicken Wing for the moment. Well, they both, I'm sure, have respect for one another at this point, having squabbled up. The very next day, a dude named YG Goldie from 107 Hoover comes into the dorm. Milk says he don't know him, had never heard of him. And frankly, I don't know him either. Never heard of him. Doesn't mean that he's not from the hood, though. I just never heard of him. YG Goldie, some little short dude. And When you come in the dorm and your homie has been in there fighting, you're supposed to run a back fade. You're supposed to fight too. Whoever he done fought, you're supposed to fight those
YG
people
Goldie
one by
Hoover.
one. It's just the way it is. That's just gang culture. That's your homeboy. Y'all, you had a fight with the homie, you got to fight me now. Particularly there in the Los Angeles County Jail. But YG Goldie comes in, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight chicken.
First of all, bro, I just ain't popped up. I ain't never heard of a Hoover banging a name with YG anything in it. Like it don't go from tiny to infant to wide. Like it's not gonna be like tiny milk, infant milk, and then YG milk. Like nah, bro. This little guy came in here like he was about to be running me around like I'm your OG or I'm your big homie, bro. You're littler than me, and I've never heard of you, never heard of your name. It's just no fear being pumped in, no nothing. Y'all, you're not running nobody program, bro. You gonna get with the program, or the program gonna run over you. But it's just funny, this little dude. I'm thinking like he came in here like, yeah, my name YG Goldie from 107, and I'm like. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, Lancaster or Palmdale recruit. And that's no shot at Lancaster or Palmdale, but that's just what I thought. I'm like, okay, he a Palmdale recruit.
Bring anybody else. He's over there quiet as a church house mouse. Also, later on that day comes in a dude from Main Street. Arch enemies these days of the Hoovers. And when someone from Main Street comes into the county jail and Hoovers are there, well, it's mandatory that a fade is going to be ran, to say the least. This is no different, even though it's Milk there in the dorm and YG Goldie. Main Street comes in and they hit each other up. We from Westside Hoover. It's Main Street. We got to get down. Milk's like, man, that's mandatory. We going to get down. Well, later on that day, even though he just had 2 fights fresh off of 2 squabbles with old Chicken Wing, Milk squabbled up with Main Street. Bam, 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 bam. They got it in. A nice, good squabble. After he squabbled up with Main Street, he once again got down with C-Mac / Chicken Wing. They squabbled again. It's like they ran Milk back-to-back phase. He already had 2 fights before, so now this is his 4th fight. So excuse me, he had 5 fights total. Because he had already squabbled Chicken Wing twice. Did old white guy Milk. 7-4. Hit the Wayside. Dorm tripping. They said that they wanted to squabble, and he did not turn it down. He faded. And had some good squabbles with him. Milk is not a big dude. But clearly, he has a big heart. Because he sat in there and he squabbled knowing that he didn't have any help, any security. Because YG Goldie is almost non-existent. He's there, but he's damn near invisible. He's not fighting. But Milk, he squabbled Main Street. And then he squabbled Chicken Wing once again. Now that's his 4th fight. And now, people are respecting Milk. But they're on YG Goldie's head. The dorm is. The blacks in the dorm telling him and your homeboy in here running all these fights, running all these squabbles, and you haven't taken any back phase. You haven't squabbled anyone. What the hell's going on with you? That's not how it works. Essentially, they told him, either you fight or roll it up, which means roll your property up, get up out the dorm. You got to go PC, protective custody. You're no longer. Your career is over. You're a coward. You're a buster. Get out of the hood. And so he was pressured into fighting. Fine.
You know what was crazy about this dude, bro? Man, he was going to people. This dude, YG Goldie, was going to people and telling them, man, I'm just trying to go home. I got a daughter, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. You came in here telling me like, oh, you got to get down with him or you got to fade him. And I'm like, bro, I done already had a fade with dude for 5'5". Like the 40 left before we could fight. Like, boom, it's a Main Street in here right now. Like, you need to fight. Where is the back fade? Like, this shit was crazy, bro. He really ended up getting pressured into going under them stairs. Like, he had to get forced to go under there low key. Not forcefully, but man, it was like they was on his ass, bro. And he was going to tell people that, I got a daughter and I'm just trying to go home. Well, bro, you shouldn't be in here saying you YG Goldie. You're telling me what's going on.
He went over there and fought one of them, Chicken Wing of Main Street. And word was, he was just standing there. Wasn't fighting back, didn't want to fight, wasn't trying to fight. Just basically just got beat up, just stood there. Because he was just pressured into the fight. So just so y'all can say I had a fight, then I'll go over here and fight. But didn't even swing, didn't even protect himself. Old YG Goldie. So yeah, I never heard of him. I'm sure he's not really from the hood on second thought. Because that's not how we perform at all. And when he was done squabbling or getting his ass whooped by Chicken Wing or Main Street, whichever one of them whooped his ass, he then told Milk that he wanted to squabble him. YG Goldie did from 107 Hoover. I guess he was upset that Milk was going around saying, man, this dude's a buddy, he ain't fighting nobody. Others were saying the same thing, that you need to fight. But for some reason, he was extremely hesitant to squabble up with the opposition, but he was quick to fight Milk. After he fought or got his ass whooped by the opposition, he told Milk, man, I want to fight you, man, me and you got to squabble. Milk was outraged, disgusted, and shocked. Why would you want to fight me? But you never wanted to fight the opposition. Question. Having been outraged, incensed, and disrespected, Milk didn't hesitate. He rushed him. Yeah, he did. He rushed YG Goldie, and he squabbled YG Goldie down. And by all accounts, he whooped him. Little skinny Milk. Got Milk, he whooped him.
I was skinny when I hit the county jail. That's why, like, you know, when you coming up in LA or whatever, some people need to kind of like go to jail to get with a program or just start, you know, like working out. You feel me? Because I was skinny when I hit the county jail, but this dude, YG Goldie, bro, like he got forced into doing what he's supposed to do. He in there saying, I'm YG Goldie from 107, but he's not in there giving no enemy no fade, bro. He ain't ran one back fade of mine. He ain't doing shit. And he had the audacity to call me out right after right after he had squabbled. You know, where he forced himself to squabble. He didn't even squabble. He got whooped. He really didn't even do nothing, bro. It was horrible. And dude wanted to fight me, so I fought him, bro. And look, at the last count, when they come in there and they check your wrist, they come in there and they check your wrist and shit or whatever, you got to stand up. I thought what you got to do, but they make sure it's you and they make sure that the count is right. Last count, right? When they get to us, they come upstairs. When they get to him, he do like this with his face. Like he makes sure, he made his goofy ass make sure they see in his face. When they seen his face, you know, in the way he looked at him, they instantly said, get up. And they took him up out of there. And I'm instantly like, oh, nah, like, bro, probably about to tell. And look, sure enough, hour later, probably an hour and 10 minutes later, everybody laid back, chilling. You know what them people come do? Turn the lights all the way on. They come in there, they raid the whole dorm, flip everything. They throwing people shit everywhere. Everybody stuff. Like, they throwing people shit. They take everybody, cuff them, put them in the other little, across in the other little pod. Boom. They single me, the dude from 5'5", Chicken Wing, and the dude from Main Street out. They single us out. They put us in another cell, handcuffed. And then next thing I know, probably in 10 minutes, they coming to get all three of us. They walk us down this corridor outside, and it's a camera right here. It's like a light, it's a camera or whatever. And on the radio, they saying positive or whatever. And every one of us was like, yup. And they took us, bro, and they sent us to back to the county jail or whatever. So dude ended up hitting the module, scared to run phase, like trying to act like he my big homie or some shit like that, trying to like act like he was gonna push the line on me. He got forced into fighting the ops, bro. And then after he fought them, he fought me, and then after that, he rolled it up. He got it up out of there. Like, he basically rolled it up. He got himself up out of there, and he told on us. But I never got an ad charge for that. I didn't actually, I don't think none of us got no ad charge or no ad time for that shit. But it's still like you told. They came in here, they rolled us up out of this motherfucking dorm. They flipped the whole dorm. They took us back to the county jail. And that's when I hit the county jail. And the shit with the woods happened and all that. That's when that happened, after this whole situation. So it was like back-to-back situations, bro. But yeah, And that was a long time ago, bro. That shit is beyond me. It's in my past, man. I don't want to participate in no jail. Like, I'm not trying to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. I don't do nothing to go to jail, because jail ain't it. The county jail ain't it, bro. People in there was losing their life. Like, they was losing their careers as gangbangers. They was losing their life, like, real. Like, they didn't make it up out the county jail alive the same way they came in. So it was wild, bro. But man, that Gilligan YG Goldie, he getting a negative 9.4 on the Gilligan scale, because bro went out like a straight weirdo. Like, it was crazy to me. But you know, it is what it is. That's to be expected with some of these Gilligans. But that was my first go around. But when I instantly seen him, I'm like, bro, I don't know you. I ain't never heard of you. I doubt there's somebody from 107 Hoover with a name YG anything. I ain't never heard of it. It's probably possible, but nah, at that time, 2014, I'm like, hell no, who is you, bro? You like an imposter, or you like an infiltrator, or you like a valley recruit or something like that? Like, you come from somewhere else. Like, it's crazy, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think below. Hit the like button, and don't be no unsubscribed recurring viewer no more. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't risk yourself ending up in the Gilligan zone.